We're starting the recording for game 3 now. Okay.
Okay.
So it is
Moan out. Oh.
Vayne, Hecarim, Karma, Swain, Malphite versus Renekton, Volibear, Aurelion Sol, Kaisa, and Leona. This is going to be very, very rough for the top lane, sadly. This is basically a farm under tower type of game.
Turned out to be rough for the bot lane too.
It shouldn't have been too rough for you guys. You should have been able to abuse.
Hecarim level 2 ganks. Like
Yeah,
I never
that was
see
the
level 2
hard
ganks
one.
bot. And I still shouldn't have died. I just thought I could save my flash.
Yeah, we just preach flash early, baby.
Yeah, I'm usually good at it. Because I was waiting on Hecarim to like get a little bit closer so he can't run over me, but then Swain queued me.
I don't think he Q'd you. Q is his lightning. Didn't he E you? Yeah.
His pull.
You fool.
I mean, should we start warding super early bot just in case? Because I almost always get to level 2 first.
I mean, you warded the red buff, so let's see which way he walks after the red, because you should have been able to see if he walked down.
I didn't pay attention to that at all.
Yeah. SMH. If we're going to ward it, at least use the ward.
I used it by knowing
you should probably use your eyes. There's a map.
Listen,
well, I know he started there, but that's it. Let's see what he does. And we see him walk down this way. So you can... Yeah, it would be typical to expect that he's doing Krugs, but you should also respect that he could early gank here. And not push too hard. Just last hit.
Well, you gotta push to level 1.
Not when not when Hecarim could come. If he comes after Krugs. No. That was good. So you get level 2 now. Oh, he actually... Okay. Never mind.
Yeah,
you have no excuses then, because he doesn't early gank. Okay. You level 3 ganks, you. Yeah, junglers can start ganking at 245 now.
I don't know why a jungler would do the pathing he's doing.
They probably called him over is why. They probably saw that you were pushing, because you didn't fully push the wave on the third wave. Like usually what you would look to do is get an advantage on the first wave. On the second waves, turn it into push it faster and then hard push the third wave and crash that third wave into tower, which you weren't able to do. It would have taken you a fourth wave to crash it into tower. So it just is a free call them over.
I just think that's really dumb pathing. I mean, they got 2 kills for it, so it's worth it.
Yeah, it was creative pathing that worked for them. Oh yes, here.
Yeah, should he gank or just go invade?
I think he should just go invade with Leper not having E. Because I think I didn't see if Leper's E was up at the time in game, but if Leper's E was up, he just E flash stuns and gets Vayne's flash that way, and then Lendl can follow up, right? But his stun is down, so he should just go invade. Since Hecarim was down there, he should just go to steal away blue buff. Because you saw that he had 3 camps, and didn't have blue buff, so that means he just full cleared his bot side. So you just, would just invade him. Just take away his camps.
Cripple him.
Yeah, take something back for him spending so much, because that's the thing, I forget, I don't remember if I talked about it with Alistair or Lendl, but just the problem with ganking on a side that you don't have any camps up, so potentially leaving camps up if you're going to gank somewhere, is the problem was he wasted 40 seconds or so going for this bot side gank, and good, they got 2 kills off of it. But if he hadn't, then he doesn't have any camps to farm. He doesn't have an obvious way to path back towards top. He has a long walk this way, or has a long recall and walk this way. And then he's just fucking screwed. Because he has 12 farm. He just wasted a minute of his early clear by trying to gank bot lane. and then had to recall and walk top. And Volibear, in theory, should have just taken these 2 camps, gotten this scuttle, and then ran and got bot scuttle. Because, actually no, because Hecarim gets this scuttle, with the gank. That's the only thing that he gets if he fails the gank, is he gets this scuttle as like some type of like prize back, but that's it. He can't invade and clear camps. He's so far away from here. Volibear should have already taken blue buff, can take Grump, and can take this, and then can go for like Raptors and then a reset. So, like, if that gank fails, since he didn't leave like any of these other camps up, his gank is just fucking doomed if it fucks up. So that's why you like typically would go like blue Gromp, red, level 3 gank bot, and if it fails, you can fall back to Krug's Raptors bot scuttle, or like bot scuttle Raptors Krugs. You have something that you can get over here, so it's not a complete waste of time walking over there, if that makes sense.
Because he wastes all the time and still just eat it.
He wasn't punished for it. And it's mainly because he got double scuttle. He's only farmed 3 of his own camps. He is still yet to clear. Yeah, he is still yet to clear blue, Gromp, or wolves for a single time. He also has no mana. Again.
Dude, he stays in lane for at least 3 minutes.
And he still has only taken 3 camps in the 2 scuttles. He's just like perma-ganking. And when someone does something like this, you have to punish them. Okay, I think your play here, Mr. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. Mr. Hecarim, or not Mr. Hecarim, Mr. Renekton. So you already know this, but your only trades you can take are when Condemn is down. But with your E, if you can E onto her through minions and then she condemns you, you have a second E. Right? So she just used Q, so you can E through, and as long as you don't line up for that condemn, she can't do anything about it, right? You just probably E, probably try and W her and E this way, right? So if she condemns you to this bush, right? Just don't give her the wall condemn, and you actually win this trade. Because, like, if she hadn't used Q prior to that, she could have, when you eat in, she Q'd to the side and condemned you just to guarantee that the condemn hits the wall, but she was able to sidestep still and hit that. So, yeah. That's basically your only way to play this lane, is to just punish the fact that you have 2 dashes. Like most champs that a Vayne would lane against, she shits on even harder than Renekton because they only have like 1 gap closer. And she can just condemn them out of that. But if Renekton can E through the minions and then she condemns and he can E again, it's totally fine. Especially since you have flash right now, you should like have some threat on her. If you can do that once, then the second time you do it, you can flash on her and kill her.
We should have done this dragon.
Yeah, if you have push in, you should have, then yeah, you could have looked to call, because they have no mana to contest you. So even if they do contest the Swain is all autos, and they don't have level 6 yet, so Malphite isn't online yet. So you just hard shove that wave, have Lendl start up the dragon, and then walk over. So that was good.
I think we gotta keep that in mind when dragon's up and we have Cryo.
We can just do it.
Dragon, yeah.
Like, all junglers can solo the dragon at level 5. All junglers can solo it with 2 smites at level 4. So, like, with bot coming, we, should be able to do it at, like, level 4, level 5 easily if, our bot has prio. And then the problem here is just trying to hit the wave. You just give her a free PTA before you even start fighting her, pretty much. Let me see exactly what was a wave state. Oh, fuck, what happens here? So what you want to do here is you don't want to hard shove this wave. You want to last hit this wave so the next waves can come in. and then you have the wave stacked in the middle. See, because now you're pushed up too far. She's going to TP onto the wave. So now it's just too deep, and she gets to freeze if she wants to. And now you try and break the freeze by yourself. A, she kills you on her own, and B, Hecarim could have just easily punished you here since the jungler was bot side. But she just kills you on her own. But at that point, it's just, yeah, you have to accept the freeze and then just wait for your jungler to come over. It's rough, but the fact that you mismanaged the wave and pushed it too fast here means, yeah, that it's too hard for you. But I'm guessing there's an aspect of tilt in the decision making at this point.
There's huge tilt.
Because Vayne
Like
is
at the
toxic.
even very
I hate
beginning of
toxic.
the game,
Or
yeah.
I hate Vayne. I absolutely despise laning Vayne top lane. It's super dumb.
Still hasn't backed.
Yep.
And when I get back
He
to
has
late,
2100
he still
gold.
won't back. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Oh no, does he actually back now? Okay, I thought he didn't back.
Yeah, especially when you get like first blood gold too. It's like, just back, my guy. Just try and, like, you want to try and shove in and back and spend that money so you can have an advantage in the lane. Like, that's how we should be thinking about it, is like, if we get advantages, it's not an advantage if it's sitting in our pockets, right? So this is a big wave. If Leper gets, like, he just needs to chill back right now. Okay, so he missed E on a minion. So let's see here. So he's got a big wave, so he wants to try and hard shove this, right? So he has a play where he can E through a minion and try and get on her, but he misses the E through minion. So he now needs to just sit back and wait for his E to come back, because he absolutely cannot fight unless he has E, because she just does this to him. And at this point, she's just like hard pushing, so just stay in XP range and wait for your ult to come back, and then you can maybe look to fight her in the wave. Okay, so now as your E's back, you can E through the wave here, auto W, and then E again. No, you don't E out here. You E straight back in. So her condemn is like on the same cooldown as your E, so you're never gonna win, but like, cool, I got her condemn down, let me just wait for my E to get back. That's never gonna happen. You E back in on her. You save your stun, right? You E in, know that she's gonna condemn you. E again, then you stun, ult, Q, whatever the fuck you want. That honestly should have been a kill onto Vayne right there. And then this is a late TP. If you're gonna TP, TP early, or not at all. Okay, and she flashed, and he's just gonna die to the tower shot plus the mantra Q. And you run down to the Volibear, which is good. Oh yeah, I remember this. This was fucking weird as hell. I'm not sure how you reacted to it in-game, but let us watch this hitbox, okay? Hecarim's gonna come in here.
Yeah, I thought Chubby was good, to be honest.
Yeah, he's fine here.
I'm like, he's good, he's good, he's good. What?
Fear runs supposed to be away from the champion. What the fuck? It makes him run through the Hecarim so Hecarim can get the E off.
Yeah, I thought that was really weird.
That's some troll shit right there. That is unlucky. It must be, what I'm guessing it is like, cause like, you know, for towers, how it decides who gets aggro for it is, it's not who's closer to the tower, it's who's closer to the front of the tower. So what I'm guessing happens is it's like based off of the front of Hecarim, and when he's at like that tip, when the fear goes off, the front of Hecarim, just the front hitbox, is past the back hitbox of Leona, making this weird interaction happen where Leona runs backwards through it just because the front of Hecarim is past Leona. That's my guess as to what happened. Which is really unlucky, but you also probably should have just flashed just to be safe.
Oh, he had
But
flash.
also, it's just, yeah.
No, he
Like,
didn't
you have flash, so maybe you should have lived that, but it's also just a super weird interaction.
Yeah.
That's really unlucky. TBH.
And they get so if you want to pause real quick.
Yep.
So I just want to say they're getting us shit in the bottom side, and we're doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, we
anywhere
should
else.
instantly be starting Herald. When we see the Hecarim bot lane, we should just start Herald, TBH. It's really hard just because top lane just died, I believe. Yeah, top lane died because of the Karma and the Aesol double TP. But as soon as Hecarim's bot lane, Aesol and Volibear should just come to this because Renekton has TP on respawn if necessary. If Karma tries to like do some shit, we can just run. We can have Renekton TP here. So yeah, we should have tried to trade something back because that's something that they were really good about doing this series is trading shit back when we find a play. And that's something that we can improve on and punish a lot of IBS teams with is just by
And what is it
being
worth it
quick to
just
make
to,
the trade.
Like, leave your camp, because that's something I know when I jungled was always tough. Is just like I'm in the middle of this camp. I know they're doing shit there, but let me finish this and then go.
It's,
Is
I
there,
would
like,
just
a
say it's
rule?
always worth it.
Okay, I'm not sure. To be honest. I guess I'm not really a good
To
jungler,
me,
so-
it's just like, how would you feel if you needed help fighting something and your laner was like, yeah, BRB, I just gotta finish clearing this wave first, and you die because they're trying to push the wave first, right? Camps, it's even like more forgiving because you don't lose the camps to tower or to other minions, right? Camps will be there when you come back. It's just a waste of like 5 seconds, whereas not going there and clearing the camp could be the difference between life or death, or the difference between trading a kill back 1-for-1 or turning to go 2-for-1 potentially type of deal. So I would just always leave.
Okay.
It's better
I
to
wasn't
be
scared to-
there early and do things right away, right? Than to like limp in after the fact after you finished your camp. It's same with TPs, right? It's like go on time or not at all. Like just immediately go or don't go at all, cuz like one person dies and then they just turn on you cuz you're coming in late because you felt obligated to go because they said to go and you were like, shit, let me finish this camp real quick.
Should've got this.
I remember this one. This is another. Granted, now I understand you don't know how Kaisel works, but if you had ulted over here, get isolated Q1 to Malphite, you can probably just kill Malphite.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta push this and kill him. Oh, I didn't kill him. Oh, I got queued. Or E'd.
Yeah, and that was unlucky because that looked decent. I don't super know about going in on it, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't go in if we
I
weren't
don't
already behind, to
think
be
you
honest.
go
I just
in
wanna
on
try
it
to
with
push.
Leona just so far away. Because even if you go right here, you're just agreeing to a
Yeah, I should've
1v2
gone
where
in
your
right
only
away.
option is to kite up, but that's kiting away from Leona, so it just feels awkward kiting away from your help, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And
That
going
was my
here just
brain
make
just
like
working too much, for
yeah,
sure. Just thinking like I should really just push for this kill if we can get it.
yeah, like your options are make it
Go right
opt
away.
into a 1v2 or fight here where does he have Q up still? Yeah, he does. Where you have to kite this way to keep it as a 1v1, but he's going to slow you, so potential threat for swing
Yeah, it's
e-pull.
definitely like a 40% I get a kill. It's
I
not
don't know if
really
it's I don't even think it's that much, TBH.
Yeah, probably not.
You just didn't have the damage. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. And I went executioner pretty early.
This one you just got to pop ult early or flash. You can't just like try and get out. Can't just walk that shit out. Vayne will kite you down to oblivion. Like,
Yeah,
if you can
especially
get
when you're
onto the
running away.
Renekton doesn't have a bad time. right? Like Renekton can do it if he gets onto Vayne. Like the only reason that the matchup is hard is because it's hard to get onto her. So,
I think it
yeah.
also,
Is Vayne's-
just to mention, we're 12 minutes into the game and Leper has a 0 vision score.
Well, yeah, but that is also something. Leopard, this is like a reoccurring thing. Leopard just needs to ward more. TPH.
Now, is Vayne's like, cause she gained speed when people are running away? Is that her passive or is that on her ult?
Oh, that's her passive.
Okay. I couldn't.
Yeah. So like when she condemned you there, you probably just go back in again, right? Like he E's through, like he almost does it right. He E's through the minion, gets condemned, E again, E flash W. Volibear's coming. Even if he's not coming, you E flash W, ult, and just run her down. She doesn't have ult. She doesn't have flash.
She doesn't even have a noon quiver yet.
Yeah.
Unless, does she build board?
It's just probably like lack of confidence in being able to do anything in this matchup anymore.
Yeah, that's
Just because of what just happened. But like Renekton does still do damage to her, right?
she is just.
It's just about getting on her. That is the only thing. That's the only hard part of this matchup is getting onto the Vayne. Like even right now he could go E through the wave. Instead of letting her auto you, make her commit, right? Like don't give her that free shit.
She didn't even do that much damage with
Yeah.
the full passive too. Or not passive.
Her
WP.
her full W.
Yes.
It's like her W is only a passive. So it's weird. It's like the only ability in the game, I think, besides TFE. That is
Vi
only a
also has one.
passive. Oh, I've never played Vi. Okay.
Oh
Then,
yeah,
yeah.
she does.
Okay, so those are like the only 3 abilities I think in the whole game that are strictly passives. Because even like Varus's passive has an active component. This is good. He's fucking trolling. You get his flash out. He might even still die. Good flash. Exhaust. I don't mind the ults just to make sure the kill goes down, but I don't think it's super necessary. But it probably it doesn't amount. Like, it doesn't matter, really. Yeah, we can take this fight. This is a numbers fight for sure. Yep. She gave him the condemn. But, like, see, he does damage. It's just the condemn did a lot of work there.
You always do damage to ADs, no matter
Yeah.
no matter what.
Lindell stopped walking for a second there. I think this should be a hard commit.
Well, we were
I don't think we should
actually
back off.
split in comms on this. Me and Benny were saying go, and the others were saying no. So we were split on whether to follow up on the kill or not. That's what the pause was
I think
us
as
making up our
Does
mind.
Chubby have
As
stuff
soon
up right now?
as no. I think though as soon as you ult to turn off the tower, you have to just commit to it. Right? Like tower's turned off. You can, and even if it turns back on, you're tanky. You can like take multiple shots from it, right? Like you have a tank item. But now it just turns off and you're out. And now Chubby's tanking it and he just ends up walking away. Like if you like stay on him a little longer, right? Potentially you get the stun onto him. You have healing, right, through your W if you're tanking it. You can tank multiple shots. You can smite him to slow him down. And that gives enough time for Chubby because he was 3 seconds on both E and Q. So he was close to getting those down. That should have been a dead Hecarim, I think.
Yeah, I don't know who to listen to on that. Because we were being told no on that, the play's over.
Yeah. See, that's just weird then because you were the only one who walked away. I don't know why people would say no and then still go.
I say no and then keep following when people go in. If people are going in, I'm not going to be like just backing off, you know? I give it
Yeah.
time to actually process in their brain.
I've had multiple occasions. My mic's. My mic
No,
is
we
on.
got you, yeah.
I've had multiple occasions where I've said this is a bad idea as I'm doing it, so I feel that.
That's fair. Yeah, and that ward that you were trying to clear doesn't matter. TBH, it doesn't matter. There was 3 minutes and 3.5 minutes on Dragon. It really didn't matter if they had it or not. So you were like clearing it just to get 10 gold, essentially. And you end up dying, and Aesol's gonna end up dying as well. Oh, they're not gonna chase down the Aesol. Never mind. But still, at the end of the day, it's just luxury vision that's not necessary to clear. It's like too risky for absolutely 0 reward. I guess 10 gold is your reward, but Carmen TP's to stop the trade of towers. Not that I don't think she needed. Not that she needed to TP. She probably could have walked there and made it in time.
That's a really cool recall. I've literally never watched it.
Yeah, because Snuggle gets caught backing. XD. Another case where
that's
you
not-
died with flash and ult up.
That was Leopard. Thank you.
Yeah, no. I wasn't saying that. I was just saying you shop while you're back.
Oh, I see what
Yeah.
you're saying. Yeah,
That's why
I
you've
do
never
a lot.
watched it. And this is, yeah. And you don't have E. Like, this is the scary, but you don't have E, so it's like... Even if you flash and ult, you still probably get chased down, which is the sad part. It's just because you don't have E. And then you had E at the end there, you just didn't use it.
This is where this game gets ugly.
This is when it gets ugly. It's not already. It's a 7.5k gold lead.
I mean, we've got a 3-0 Aesol. We're winning.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag
XD, because
winning.
Aesol's going to do damage.
Yeah. Oh.
And now it's just their Wombo doing what it does. They have
I
all the
can't believe
flashes
he
they
could
can
hit
get out
the
of
ult
tower.
from the bush. Did he flash? Did he flash arm?
He
outright?
did, yeah, he did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think maybe. Oh no, he flashed out. So
Because that seems really far to me.
let's see what he did. He just
Kind of close.
walked up and ulted.
Just really far.
And then he flashes out after the Leona CC. And then sadly, they're super fucking low. But it doesn't matter because he's going to pop that there and kill one. We get the one, but yeah. And they had multiple low, which is unlucky. They blew like all their flashes. All the flashes they had at the fight they used, so. Oh, goodbye, Aesol. And then sadly he doesn't die. I think your best bet is to not walk this way because he is going to get to you. Your best bet is walking this way to keep him in tower longer. So he takes one more tower shot potentially because he was able to dash out of tower. Not that I think the shot would have killed him because of Triumph, but it's your only shot, is trying to go 1-for-1. Like when the Aesol starts charging up E, you're dead. Your best bet is just going 1-for-1. Yeah, now it's just a 9k gold lead. How much longer? There's... It looks like we win a
that's what I was saying.
fight.
They weren't at this point. I think they stopped going for objectives and just
Yeah.
trying to kill us. Because there's a couple times they just could have pushed in him to win, and they just didn't.
Yeah, the problem with their comp is they can't siege super well, so they have to dive.
That's fair. Lane's pretty
for me and Benny die for the blue buff.
Yeah. So it's rough. And then they'll get dragon off of that. And then I think I remember after the dragon they int at like a bot inhib tower. But then it doesn't matter because we needed like 3 fights in a row to come back.
Yeah. This is a real poggers game.
Oh yeah. Ah yes,
This is
that's
where
what
they
it is.
take-
They get overzealous. They have 1, 2, 3, 4,000 golden pocket, and Vayne gets caught up with 2,000 golden pocket. It's one shot. We have enough CC, and then we're able to just like isolate 1v X's.
You know, Swing was so good, I probably wouldn't have beat in there.
You know,
Or Arden.
TBH, we probably should have just banned Swain.
Yeah, I mean, Swain's just. I think he's really bad pre-6 now because of the ADs that are meta. But I think once he hits 6, it's really hard to kill him.
I don't know. I don't think Swain is super good right now, TBH.
No,
I
I
think
think
he's
that's.
just
I think
countered
you can
too
punish
easily.
him super
Even
hard
without
with
that, I like team fight wise, I think he needs too many things to be in his favor. Like
Oh, I see
they
what
have to
you're saying,
want to fight into him. Like he can't win a fight going forwards. He has to be in the fray to actually do any damage. His healing is basically just fucking countered by one item. 800 gold or 1,000. Or no, it's 800 gold now for Bramble too. LOL. But yeah, his healing's countered by 800 gold. His fighting has to be on top of him, otherwise he has a hard time doing any damage. It's just he just takes a lot of conditions to be met for him to be good. And he really doesn't even work in this team either because they're playing a heavy dive comp. Like they're
Yeah, if he
playing
would've went
like
Ghost, it would've been a
Hecarim.
little bit better, I think.
Yeah. I think Ghost you could have gotten away with it, but with like Malphite Hecarim, like they want to fight forwards and like pick someone, and like Swain Pull is good for that, but like
Yeah, it's hard for
Samira?
Swing to get him
Question
twice
mark?
once you flash.
why
yeah.
why not just play Samira? So you
I
have
don't
the same
think
passive.
he can play any ADs. Like honestly, look at his OP. He's just like bad on ADs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, it's Swain just he doesn't offer much, and he also gives you the problem of potentially not having DPS for objectives. Unless you run like maybe a Lucian.
Or a Vayne top.
Yeah, or a Vayne top. Yeah, unless you're running like something like a Vayne top or like a Lucian mid, or I mean even you can't even run Cassiopeia mid with it for DPS because then you're too AP heavy. I mean, you can, but you'd need to run like double AD top jungle, which isn't, usually recommended that you do. You run double AD. This is good that we are fighting under tower. At this point, though, it's a 13k gold lead, 12 and a half.
Hecarim could literally just.
They could tank it all day, so we didn't. Yeah, we had 2 sources of Grievous, but yeah, they just tank it for too long. They one-shot Kaisa, so but yeah. There's not much for this game, but yeah, that's my problem with Swain, is that
Yeah, no.
he
that's
takes
why
too
it's
many
not
conditions to
Swain.
fight,
Yeah.
and is too hard. Like he just like forces your team comps to be built a very specific way.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. And like I said, I think his before level 6 is just.
Oh,
so
it's also
atrocious.
very very punishable by literally anyone with range. Like if people lock in Swain into us, honestly, maybe we just lock like MF Seraphine or Ash
I could play any
Seraphine.
pick into Swain. I think.
Yeah.
I think except for Samira is the only one. I think he just kind of
Yeah.
hard counters Samira.
Oh yeah, but other than that though, but yeah, I think like MF and Ash, and then like Seraphine or Nami, both just work really well into it.
I
Or
think the
Zyra.
Kaisa was fine too because I can
The
just
Kaisa as
E
well,
out of
yeah.
his E.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just like pre-6 punish. Kaisa isn't gonna be as much of a pre-6 punish.
Yeah.
I'm
that's
just talking about like shit on the lane champions, you know. But yeah, okay. There wasn't much in that game, but any questions for that one?
No, sir.
No questions, Coach.
Alrighty. Okay, then we'll cut the recording for this one.